Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about why retirees are flocking to Hua Hin, Thailand.
Yeah, we went to Hua Hin, Thailand last month, and when we first got there, we pulled up in the car and we got out and we started looking around. It was kind of shocking. It was like, this is different than the rest of Thailand and the rest of Southeast Asia. It was something we didn't expect, something we couldn't imagine. There were so many retirees there that I first thought was, where am I? Like, are we in Thailand? It felt like almost like a retirement community in Florida, like a city in Florida, because it was like, there are so many retirees here, and it was just a shock to the system.
Yeah, it was really interesting as we were driving in. It just kind of started dawning on me as I was looking at the people walking along the street. I was like, there are a lot of retiree looking people here, and then it turned out to be that was exactly the case. You'll just see that everywhere really when you're there.
So I think one of the things that retirees look for is they're looking for a community, looking for a place where they can get involved, a place where there's going to be people like them, a place where they can interact with other people. And the reason they're all flocking to Hua Hin, one of the reasons, is because that's where they all already are. And once they find that out, they realize there's so many social clubs and groups and meetups and just places to go that they're all doing it together and they're having a good time. And then they don't want to leave their friends that they've made there. That's one of the things that I find interesting, because when we hear people in the comments saying things like, well, I could never move to Thailand because I wouldn't want to leave my friends back home. And I'm thinking, well, you are allowed to make new friends when you get to the place you're going to retire. Like, if you move, you can make new friends. And a place like Hua Hin, Thailand, there's so many people. Like, we met so many people. Like, one day we were walking to the mall. We met 4 people that knew us just walking to the mall. That's how many expats that are in this realm, like watching these videos, doing this thing, that are there. It was kind of shocking. And then we went to dinner that same night in the same mall. Someone came up to us in the restaurant and started talking to us. Oh, we just got here from, I think they're from California. And it was just shocking how many people were there.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that's the big thing, is that they have built a community, and they've thought about it too. The builders in Hua Hin have really thought about it, because they've built these living communities, even if it's not like, nursing home type stuff, just the communities alone. Like, we stayed in La Casita, and it just kind of felt like that's what you were, just kind of there hanging out with other people your age, and just, there were a couple of families with young kids, but for the most part, everyone was kind of in this age range of, retirement age, and just kind of living your life. And it was nice because it's I think that's the draw probably for Hua Hin, is because there's such a nice kind of cool, calming vibe. It's not necessarily a party town at all. Sure, there's things you could do if you wanted to. You have to really seek those out, because it's minimal. But if you're there and you just want to chill out, it's such a great place. You've got the beach right there, which who doesn't want to retire at the beach? You're right near the beach. There's tons of housing right by the beach, and you could really live a really good life in retirement there.
Second thing we noticed, that is probably a reason people are flocking there, is the local people, the Thai people who are there. Now, Thai people, they're among the nicest people in the world, the most patient. They're just great people. But we've noticed in Hua Hin that the people there who are working in the service industry are very used to retirees. Like, they know what's going to happen. They know the mistakes the retirees are going to make, and they're going to be calm and patient and help them through it. And people like that. They don't want to be rushed. They don't want to be made to feel like they've made this big mistake. But like, you'll see it in the grocery store. You'll see someone struggling with something, and you'll see the worker come over and, oh, I'll do that for you. Don't worry about it. I've seen people helping people into restaurants, like people that had mobility issues. They'll come out and help you. They literally will help you, where in other countries people just wouldn't care. They just have a sense of just helpfulness that we don't see anywhere else, and I think retirees like that. And the people that are working in Hua Hin, they know they're dealing with almost all retirees, so they go to work knowing this is what they're doing.
Yeah, we noticed actually multiple times in the massage shop that we were frequenting, they were going over the top for some of these people, like someone who would have a hard time getting back up out of the chair or putting their shoes on. They would help them put their shoes on and tie them, whereas normally you just walk up to the massage shop, take your shoes off outside, walk inside, get your massage, walk out, put your shoes on, and you're out the door. But these people clearly needed some assistance, and they did not hesitate. They did not bat an eye. They did it with a smile on their face. It was absolutely beautiful.
Next reason is the pricing. I mean, the pricing in Hua Hin, in Thailand in general, is low. In Hua Hin, the prices are like half of what they are in Bangkok. So, the place we stayed, La Casita, it's a really nice, modern, upscale place. You're looking at $600 to $700 a month for your rent there, and that's a pretty good deal for what you're getting. So the pricing there is, for being a beach community, it's crazy cheap.
Yeah, you just can't even think about retiring to places for that price in the US. It's just not going to happen. And then the fact that everything is really quite easy. I mean, there's things that are already simple in Thailand, like you can order groceries, you can order food, and it'll be delivered right to your building, and in some cases even right to your door, depending on where you live. And you can get, assistance, in-home assistance if you wanted to or whatever, for a very reasonable price. There's just so many opportunities to do things at a reasonable price there that it's just no question why so many people in retirement are flocking there.
The next reason is they do have a lot of communities that are pre-built retirement communities that people are saying, all right, well, I want to live my life here, but then once I want to go into a care situation, I don't have to change cities, because Hua Hin has a ton of them. Obviously, because there's so many retirees there, that's where they put these up, where it's like there are nurses on staff, you can have care workers in your home 24 hours a day, and it's just a community of over 55 people who are all looking and wanting to do the same thing. And these are amazing. We got to tour one when we were there, and the units were just beautiful. We're talking about 2-bedroom pool villas for amazing prices. But the shocking thing about it was the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is why they're flocking there, which is they told us that to get a home care worker 24 hours a day, it would be 2 workers doing 12-hour shifts. It would cost you $1,200 a month for in-home 24-hour care. And that is a ridiculously low price, and that's just through this one company. So if you were to go try to get that just to come into your private home through another company, it may even be cheaper than that. So it's crazy, because the value proposition, your rent's already cheap, the care is incredibly cheap, the pricing on the restaurants and all these other services are cheap. It is such an inexpensive way to do it. And it's, for some people, the difference between not being able to get care and being able to get care, because a lot of people can't afford 24-hour home health care in America. That's crazy expensive.
Out of the question.
But here it's $1,200 a month.
Yeah, and there's a couple things I love about these, communities that they've built. Is one, there's people from all over the world, which I think really keeps it interesting and amazing to be able to be at that stage of life with a variety of people from all over the world. And then the other thing about that is, there are communities for a variety of budgets. So that's the interesting thing about Hua Hin, is that they've got something for all different types of budget and all different types of stages. So whether you just retired and you're spry and you want to go run on the beach every day, and you want to do, book club and crochet, and you want to stay really active in your retirement, all of those options are there, all the way from there, all the way to I need full-time in-home care. And you can go there at any point in there and have something available for you in a good community.
And then the next one is that it's easy to get to Hua Hin from Bangkok. I mean, we just got a car service. It was not very expensive. Doesn't take very long. You can fly into Bangkok. You can just get a car over there. You can, you know, do a variety of things. But it's very accessible city. It's not some remote place that's going to be very difficult to get to. So it's just a great place because there's so many options, and it's basically an entire retirement. The whole town is just like Retirementville. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it, but
It really is like you're at, like, you know, the villages in Florida or something. It's
Yeah.
literally everyone is there for that reason, basically, which I think is amazing. But it is great that it is so easy to get to from Bangkok, because although it is a little bit of, you know, it's about a 3-ish, depending on the traffic, 3 to 4 hour drive, depending on the traffic, between Hua Hin and Bangkok, which is the main airport you'll be flying in and out of. You can also take the train. Now, we did the car, and it was about $30 just to drive us here from there to here, which is a really good deal for a private car. You can stop, go to the bathroom, get a snack, whatever, if you wanted to, and be comfortable. But you could also do the train. It's a lot cheaper than that. And you can also do the bus. There are buses that run every day to and from Bangkok and Hua Hin. So you can also get those two even cheaper. I mean, those I think are like around $10 or so. And then, because there are so many people, I don't know what the date is on this, but they are looking at expanding the Hua Hin airport into a more international type situation. So that's also in the works. I don't know what the timetable is for that, so don't quote me, but it is in the works. That's how much that area has been affected by retirees coming in.
yeah, so we think it was very eye-opening to go there. We're glad we went. We wanted to be able to explain and have first-hand knowledge of what the situation is there. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you have questions about Hua Hin, please put them in the comments, or if you've been to Hua Hin, maybe you're one of the people that saw us in Hua Hin. We know some of you watch the channel, so say hi in the comments. And if you like the video, please give it a like. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do that as well, and we will see you on the next video.